Hey, third graders. Let's work on your first geography lesson. In your packet, you'll need the packet that says, what is a globe? You'll need a pencil to write in your answers, and you'll need something to color with. I think mostly you're going to need blue and green. So you can find colored pencils or crayons to use on this. I prefer colored pencils or crayons because markers tend to bleed through the paper, so if you've got crayons or colored pencils, that would be best for it. Okay? So on this first lesson, the big thing that they're talking about on the globe is this line that goes right through the middle. It says a globe is a model of the Earth. It is shaped like a ball. A globe shows an imaginary line called the equator. The equator runs around the center of the Earth. So I brought my globe in here. You can see the equator there. It's that darkened part that's going right through the middle. When the globe rotates and when the Earth rotates, that line stays right in the middle as it's going around. It's what continents does it go through. We're up here, up in North America. There's Oregon and Washington right there in the top part of the yellow. That's where we are. We're not that close to the equator. We're kind of halfway between the North Pole up here and the equator. So that's why it can get cold, but not too cold, not as cold as it does up at the North Pole, and not too hot, not as hot as it gets down here by the equator. So it doesn't go through North America up here. What is the continent down here? That one is South America. So it's going to go right through there. Comes around here. What continent is this over here? That one is Africa. Keeps going around. Does not go through Europe. Europe is up above up here. That's like us. They're going to have not too hot, not too cold. Okay. As it keeps going around, what is this part of? What does it say on there? That's Malaysia. It's going to go right through there. It's part of Asia. Those islands. Keeps coming around. A lot of ocean. What ocean is that? Pacific Ocean, right? Back over here. Okay, I'm going to put that down. Let's take a look in our book. You'll have 2 pages of questions to answer. Okay, it says a globe is a model of what planet? The Earth, right? Earth is spelled E-A-R-T-H. A globe and Earth are shaped like a, what did it say on the first page? You use the word ball. You can write ball. You could also write sphere. What else would be a good word to describe it? Ball or sphere? Our math teachers might like that one better. Name the imaginary lines shown on the globes. So if I travel to Africa and I stand right on the equator, am I going to see a line going through? No, it's only something we draw on the globes. Equator comes from the word equate, equal parts. Name 2 continents. Well, there's North America, South America. Can you name the others? Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and one that hardly anybody lives on, Antarctica. You can write 2 down, any 2 of those that you want. What is the most northern point on Earth called? The one up here at the top of the globe. If it's at the northern part of the globe, it's going to be the North Pole. North Pole. What is the southern point on Earth called? Down there in Antarctica. That one is the South Pole. Okay, you can get those written in. If you ever need to pause the video to have a little bit more time to write, feel free to do that. Is Australia south or north of the equator? Well, you can either find Australia on our map over here to know. Do I travel down from the equator going south? Or do I travel north from the equator? Or if you have a globe, you can find it on the globe too. Is that heading south down from the equator or heading north up from the equator? It's heading down. We're going south. We would point our boat south if we were at the equator. Is most of South America north or south of the equator? There's South America here. The line goes right through it. Is most of the country, would you head north up from the line, or would you head south down from the line? Mostly it's south, right? Look at all this. Okay, so we're going to write most of it is south of the equator. On which continent do you live? Do we live in Australia, Antarctica, Asia, Europe, Africa, South America? No, Mrs. Racinos. We live up here in North America. Do you live north or south of the equator? If I'm on the equator, do I need to go north to get to North America, or do I need to go south? I need to travel north. Okay, the last thing it says for us to do, it says on all three globes, color the oceans blue, color the continents green. Well, oceans, that's the water part, right? Continents, that's the land. So I started coloring mine up here. You can color the rest of it on your own. When you're all done, load it up into Seesaw. And then you can take pictures of all three pages. You can show me that you colored them. You can take pictures of both of the pages in here. You know what you should do though? You should correct Mrs. Racinos. She got used to writing north with the lowercase n, and then when it came across a proper noun, she put in lowercase again. Proper nouns, names of things, should have uppercase to begin them, so I need to fix that before I load it into Seesaw for my teacher. There, that's better. Take pictures of those, load them up into Seesaw. I look forward to seeing your work. Thanks, guys.